The Early Learning Coalition is a local not-for-profit agency focused on early education and care. The goal of the coalition is to prepare all children to enter kindergarten ready to succeed. They have a unique two-wheel fundraiser coming up, and the details are just around the corner right here on Polk Place. Welcome to Polk Place. I'm your host, Brian Lacey, and joining me in studio is Jason Hallman. He is the owner of Cycle Stop USA. Welcome to the show, Jason.
Thanks for having us, Brian. How are you?
Kind of returning. We're giving an update, yeah?
Yes, sir. Going to bring you up to speed on where we're at with the Wheels of Steel.
All right. And also joining us, Danny Iannone. He is the owner of Graphics 53. Welcome to the show, Danny.
How you doing?
Yeah. Hey, listen, want to thank you for getting involved with a group that's near and dear to our heart, and of course, we talked about this last month, but Wheels of Steel, just around the corner. We're somewhat close, and going to kind of give an update. And we had another guest come in, but unfortunately he couldn't make it in today. But Jason, talk to me a little bit about where we stand with Wheels of Steel.
Well, we're only about 4 weeks away from the event. It's going to be June 22nd at the RP Funding Center in downtown Lakeland, of course. We chose that event, of course, because it offered a non-weather dependent event, and it's air conditioned inside. So we're getting close to. We've still got a few vendor spots left. We've got about 25 motorcycles, custom motorcycles already pre-registered. So we're still some spots there where our goal is 100 custom motorcycles. So I know that as it goes on, as we get close to the event, we see everything's kind of compressing. It's like trying to shove everything through a funnel. There's a lot of information coming, a lot of data coming in, and a lot more people getting involved. We've got some really fantastic people that have gotten involved in the last 2 weeks.
I got out this last weekend, and I like about died between the 95-degree weather and the heat coming off the motor. And I cannot tell you how much I appreciate a motorcycle event indoors.
Yeah, with the air conditioner cranked nice and low.
One of the things that we talked about last time, some of the builders coming in. Now, we had Corey Sousa was supposed to make it in, but he couldn't make it up. Talk about some of the flavor that the folks are going to experience when it comes to the builders.
Well, so what we're looking at is we're looking at motorcycles as art. So there's lots of different motorcycle events you can go to. So what we looked for were builders that really build a motorcycle that plays to that. So you have Cody Childress out of Abilene, Texas, from Whoville Speed and Custom. He's renowned across the country as one of the foremost FXR and Dyna builders. And the reason why I say that is because his attention to detail, his ability to aesthetically put a motorcycle together with all the right pieces and parts are second to none. You have Corey Sousa, of course, who is world-renowned at this point for baggers. We've added Tom Keller from Thug Custom Cycles out of Hollywood, Florida. And this guy has been on the cover of magazines and in magazines for years. He's a great guy, and he brings a little bit of a little fun to the atmosphere of the show. Anytime he does anything, it's all about fun for Tom. I mean, he's a true professional, but he likes to have a good time. And then we have Eric Allard, who is, when you look at motorcycles as art, Eric is a little bit of what I say halfway in between a crazy person and like Doc Brown on
Back to the Future.
Yeah, he's like half Dennis Hopper, half Doc Brown from Back to the Future. His motorcycles, being that he's a mechanical engineer, they're works of art, but they work. I mean, you ride them, they do all the craziest things. They're very intimidating. He's got one motorcycle that's 6 feet tall that he rides around.
Now, one of the things that we didn't get to talk about last time, and it wasn't confirmed, but you do have it confirmed, you guys are giving away a bike.
We are.
Talk to me a little bit about that.
We're giving away a 2019 Sportster XL Iron 1200. The bike itself, right out of the box, is worth about $10,500. And then we've partnered with Arlen Ness Motorcycle Company, and they have given us about another $1,200 or $1,300 in additional parts that we're going to customize the motorcycle with. So somebody's going home that day with a motorcycle that's not just a stock out of the box piece. And we've got partners. We've partnered with Geico, and we've got Lakeland Harley Davidson is helping us out. Arlen Ness Motorcycles is helping out. Now Fran Hosh, the attorney out of Palm Harbor, is helping us out. There's so many people that are coming to the table to see to it that this is going to be an overwhelming event.
And I think the coolest thing was when the organizers of the event first started talking about this. They're like, they came into my office and they're like, hey, what do you think about this? And I'm like, wow, that's a great idea. And we got to talk and we said, you know, here, kind of look here, do this, kind of look at some things that went right with these events, look at, you know what I mean? And I've seen it come from its, you know, planning stages. Now we're this close, and now we got a guy like Danny in here. And how did you end up involved with this?
Me and Jason have been friends for years. We started working together, what, about 10 years ago now?
Yeah, I moved down here in 9, so it was that year.
We do a lot of stuff together for customers, builds and paint jobs, and Jason approached me with the event and gave me some ideas. We're gonna do some really cool custom painted skateboard deck trophies, and I got a couple other things laying around the shop. We're gonna kind of try and auction off, get some money together for the ELC, and just kind of roll into a cool event, some cool giveaways and cool trophies.
You know, we talk a lot about Polk County being a destination for folks to come work, play, and live. But you guys both moved here from out of state, and you've taken what this community has to offer. You've wrapped yourself up into it. Danny, talk to me about the importance of getting involved with the Early Learning Coalition and what they do. And you have a child yourself.
Yeah,
so.
for me now, it's like I'm in 100%. I got a little girl that'll be 2 in July, and I have a 8-year-old son. And I mean, she's already in the shop learning and drawing, and I want to make sure she's on the path to being successful, and no matter which way this world kind of turns, I'd like her to be ready. So anything I can bring to the table to kind of help this organization move forward, kind of feel like it helps my family move forward.
Now, we know that Jason has his cycle shop over in Plant City. What exactly is it that Graphics 53 does?
I paint anything from shoes to, if the right person came, I'll paint an airplane. I'm up for anything, man. I love.
Did you just say shoes?
Oh yeah, my
He
daughter
paints
wears a different pair of custom painted shoes to school every day.
Oh my. Are they like the Chuck Taylor? Now I've seen them do it done in the Chuck Taylors.
I do some Chucks for her, and mostly Vans. We go down and clean out the Vans outlet, and I just buy her anything and everything she wants. And we go home and we paint them together, and I let her kind of watch and learn. And she, I mean, you can ask Jason, the first thing she'll show you when she sees you is she's like, shoes? Everybody she meets, got to show the shoes.
Talk to me about the importance of getting your child. You know, I saw the website when Early Learning Coalition sent me the guests coming on, and one thing that you are heavily involved in is you keep your daughter, you know, close to you and teaching her what you do. Talk to me about the importance of that bonding, that thing, that father-daughter thing.
Yeah, I wanted a daughter, so it's I spend as much time as I can with her, doing everything that I would do with my 8-year-old. She, I feel like the quicker I can get her going and into what I'm doing, she'll be able to decide what she wants to do. I just like her to experience everything. I mean, she'll go, if my stepfather works on a Saturday, she'll go with him to work. Like it's an experience to figure out what she wants to do at an early age so she can know where she wants to go in life. I kind of treat her the same way that I was treated, and I mean, I was in a body shop at her age, and I unfortunately lost my father at 4, and the people that were around kept me in that realm and kept me moving forward. I feel like as long as I do, I feel like my parents did a good job. If I do what they did with me, we'll be all right. She shows interest in a lot of things, so I kind of want to let her decide what she wants to do. Keeping her close, she better stay my friend forever. My wife keeps reminding me, hey, there's going to come a time where she doesn't like you. Like, that's not going to happen. It's not.
Hey, this is just a little bit of fatherly advice, okay? little girls and black labs end up breaking your heart in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we got 2 pit bulls, so at least I'm good on the dog side.
Exactly. Now, Jason, we got just a little bit of time left. I know that we're not full as far as bikes go. We have a little bit of space as far as sponsors go, and we can always use people coming to the event. Let's talk a little bit about that.
So what we're trying to get is everybody to understand that we're not looking for, this is not the bike night you were at last week. This is going to be a signature event. We're trying to create, using motorcycles, we keep going back to motorcycles as art, motorcycles as art. If you went to an art gallery, you're gonna go through, you're gonna peruse the art pieces, maybe you find something you wanna buy, that type of thing. We're trying to fill that building with as many quality motorcycles, quality vendors, and quality pedestrians as we can. So in order to do that, we went out and found the most quality sponsors and stakeholders that we could. Everybody that we've talked to, from the people that have gone, I really don't understand what you're doing, to, yeah, I get it, all want to be involved. So that tells me that we've struck a chord with somebody. The people in this community have always taken care of business, done what they're supposed to do, shown up, participated. In my experience, I spoke about it before. My wife and I decided to be here because of those metrics. And so our event is going to be like no other event. And when people tell me that they don't understand what our event's going to be, that tells me that we're onto something. So what we're going to do is create a nice environment to view motorcycles as art, and try to encourage more people to get involved that maybe they wouldn't go to a regular bike night. You know, I mean, we're looking, it's $20 entry fee that covers your parking. If you want to enter your motorcycle, it's only $25, includes your entry fee for the day. So really, you're showing your bike for $5.
Yeah.
If you have a custom motorcycle, we want to hear from you.
Yeah.
Go to www.cfwheelsofsteel.com and sign up for it. You know, we've got 100 slots. We had to limit it because we only have so much space, and we want to make sure that we're putting quality motorcycles in there. You know, we want to have quality vendors. We've gone out and really worked hard. Our team on the board, and there's a ton of us, have put in a ton of work on trying to find quality vendors that really kind of fit the mold. You know, and so that's what you're going to get. You're going to get a high quality show. That's our goal.
And not to mention the cause that it's going to.
Yeah, the beneficiary of this is the best part of it. But the ability to be able to repeat this and do this year after year after year and build that type of signature event, that was what our number one goal was from Jump Street, was to come up with something that was repeatable. And if you control the environment that it's in, you can make it repeatable, and you get quality stakeholders involved, and you do what you say you're going to do, and you show up and participate. It's going to be here for a long time, and that's what we want.
Well, Danny, I'm going to give you the last word. If you could inspire the folks, get off the couch. Maybe hot that day. If you cage it there, if you bike it there, it doesn't matter. It's just as long as you're there. Inspire them to get there.
Yeah, there's AC waiting for you when you get there. That's the best part. Most of these shows you go to, and you're hot and sweaty when you get there, and you got to walk around and be hot and sweaty. It's kind of, you get a nice little ride in and come check out a bunch of cool stuff. Like Jason said, the vendors and the builders and the people that are coming together to put this together, I think it'll be like a nice milestone and keep it going for sure. It's in a good place. Lakeland is, I mean, as artsy as it gets, and it's a lot of go-getters. I'm not leaving here. I've already left once and came back, and I'm not going anywhere.
Well, Danny, Jason, I want to thank you both for coming in, but most of all, man, I want to thank you for supporting a cause that's near and dear to my heart.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for having us in.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
The Early Learning Coalition invites you to Central Florida's Wheels of Steel, Saturday, June 22nd in Sykes Hall at the RP Funding Center from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. When the doors open, you'll enter into an exciting display of artistry and innovation with motorcycle competitors from all over who will be competing for the best in their class. You also get to see some of the hottest custom designs from award-winning builders who have graced the covers of motorcycle magazines. Tickets are $20 for admission and $25 for bike judging. There's free parking, and kids under 12 get in free. There are sponsorship and vending opportunities available. If you need more information, you can give them a call, 863-733-9064, or look them up on the web at www.cfwheelsofsteel.com.